Good evening and welcome to Omnibroslive. I'm Omnidog. Welcome to the show. It's 8 o'clock. Here's one bro.
What up, bro?
What up, bro? Still watching Gargoyles on Disney?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch that. You were right about Grandma's Boy, so...
Well, it's nothing like Grandma's Boy. Don't get that mixed up.
No, I know, but you were right.
Can you imagine a Disney's cartoon that's just gargoyles getting high playing video games?
So this is Gabe, and I'm Omnidog, and we are the two of the OmniBros live crew, and we are here to get this party started on a Monday night where we do hauls, previews, and reads. And there's Gio from Week and Weekdom.
What up, brother?
Doing good.
We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
A little bit. You need to turn it up a bit.
I need to up it a little bit.
Turn my mic up, son.
I'll figure it out.
And whoa, we just started. Mac Haven's already spreading the money around, making it rain. Thank you, Mac Haven. $2. Hello, OmniBros. How are y'all doing today? I'm doing well.
Yeah, me too. I didn't do anything today, which is great. Like, I didn't have to go buy groceries or laundry or anything. I just stayed home, took my kids to school, and that was about it.
Right
and now
on,
I'm here
man.
with you guys with the awesome Jess and the awesome Gio.
Right on. What'd you do today, Gio? Did you have to work?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I worked. I'm tired. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Now I feel bad because he works. His job is talking. It's using his voice. Now we're making him use his voice on our show.
No, it's okay. It's just been up since 5, 6 in the morning. So now I'm just sitting here and it's all like powering down. And I'm just, trying to relax because it's awesome being here with you guys talking live about comics and whatnot.
Comics and whatnot. You can get some of that comics, maybe some whatnot, on InStockTrades.com, where you can get your comics and sometimes whatnot for up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. There's always an OmniBros live code every quarter. I'm going to tell my daughter to stop texting me because she's pinging me like crazy here. Don't you know?
I thought it was a Chatterbait show.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understood that reference.
I didn't hear it. What was it?
Never mind.
Never mind. Something
Uh,
not safe for work.
oh, okay.
Remember, everybody, we cataloged ourselves.
If you make more than $50 an order, you get free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Nice.
Yes, and there was a major sale in Europe today on an IST competitor where the European bros got to feel the cheap book love.
Yeah, it was going for like crazy cheap, right? All the absolutes and trades and stuff.
Omnibus, Luxes, Absolutes, they were all going crazy. Crazy big sale for Europeans.
Good for them, because
Good for them.
Yeah. I never participated in any glitch sales because those rarely happen nowadays. So
I think this turned out to be a real sale, though.
oh, it was a real sale? Cool.
Yeah, that's what my friend Patrick from Germany was telling me.
Wow,
Patrick
that's awesome.
Kindervater. He was telling me that it turned out to be a real sale.
Nice. All right.
Crazy
Even
Jake
better.
says I bought 12 Omnis for 316 pounds. Is that good? I don't know. I don't know.
316 pounds is like 12,000 American dollars.
Well, the difference, I think it's like 29 cents or something like that. 20, 30 cents.
What is?
A pound compared to a US dollar. I think.
Wait. Let's ask Siri. Hey, Siri. How much is a pound worth in US dollars?
1 British pound is $1.29.
Okay.
Bam!
Dollar. Hey, Siri actually answered a question. $1.29.
There you go.
For this
kind
entire
of right.
show, every question we get asked in the chat is going to go to Siri.
We should do that.
Yeah.
So 312 Omnis for 316 pounds.
That's $410 about, apparently. According to the chat. Math in the chat.
That's a good deal.
So that sounds 316 pounds is about $410. So 12 divided into 410 is 36 cents a book.
Jesus, really?
No.
$33 an Omni.
Matthew,
So-
got my book today, Jess. Big thanks. Oh, you're welcome. The thanks go to Awesome Comic Guy who donated that book to me to distribute free. Matthew got the Goon Library Edition Volume 1 for free. So I was happy to do it, Matthew. I'm glad you got it.
Nice.
$34 per Omni. That's a great thank you, Gotham. That's a damn good price.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor
I hope
Bryan,
that works
asking
out.
the important question. How much of your day was playing with toys and flight stands? That was actually yesterday. Today, I did not get a chance to do that. Yesterday, a good chunk of my day, I will admit, since the Rams weren't on until 8:20 at night, I spent a huge part of the day playing with Marvel Legends and building flight stands. And I can see a couple of candidates right now that don't need flight stands, but they need small flight stands so I can pose them in action figure poses to match the DM cover, and that's Morbius and Six-Armed Spider-Man.
Oh, you got to have him bitch slapping him.
Yeah. And I need Spider-Man to be going back like, with all 6 arms. So that's a good candidate to have some wire and him flat back on his back practically. Thank you.
Chad Omnidog.
Chad Omnidog pointing a finger that he shouldn't be pointing.
Did you read any books or anything last couple of days?
I read that book by Warren Ellis, the
Trees. Transmetropolitan.
We're gonna be
Authority.
here for 25
Red.
minutes.
Crooked Little Vein. What was it?
The newest book.
Trees.
No.
Is the answer trees? I'm going to just keep saying trees.
Until I go up and read it.
Batman's Grave.
No, sooner than that. Wildstorm. I read Volume 3 of Wildstorm to prep me for Volume 4 of Wildstorm. That's all I read because I took most of my week was spent reading X-Force for Tyler Blunt and my review channel. We're going to review X-Force, Extinction Agenda, and Cable and the New Mutants.
Oh, man, that's some good stuff right there, buddy.
And this has been a show months in the making. Months in the making. It's been taking us a long time.
I think this is going to be a period that we're going to see Jess come over to the dark side of enjoying 90s X-Men comics, too.
Yeah, you actually are, because after X-Force, my friend Patrick told me I need to read Executioner's Song.
That's a good one. That's a good one right there.
And I got to read no, then I read wait a minute, Executioner's Song. And then I want to read Inferno, and then the Chris Claremont, Jim Lee first X-Men book.
Yeah. Wait.
I'm going backwards.
Oh, okay, you're going backwards. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I'm going backwards a little bit to just because I want to read that Jim Lee Omni. So I'm going to go back and read Inferno and then the X-Men book. So I'm going to sort of complete that little loop in there that X-Force started. And I may just keep going because they're all lined up right in front of me right there.
You get into some pretty interesting, fun 90s comics after that point, too, if you keep going forward. Because after Executioner Song, you get like Fatal Attractions, and then you get Onslaught, which is awesome. I'm trying to think of what else goes on. Oh, Age of Apocalypse. Actually, I'm sorry, Age of Apocalypse comes up first.
Yes,
and that thing is
Cyclops and Phoenix, Age of Apocalypse, Phalanx Covenant. What's that big thick book? Oh, that's Onslaught. Operation Zero Tolerance. And then some books that I've read: New X-Men, Astonishing X-Men, House of M. I haven't actually read that. And then Messiah Complex and that whole New X-Men Academy X. Yeah, there's some good stuff coming up. I want to read a lot of it. All of it.
Don't be re-tempted to reread that Darkhawk story that happens in the middle of it. War of Kings.
I already sold that. That's not happening.
Not happening again.
Aw.
All right, so let's do some hauls and some reads. That's kind of what I was trying to get at earlier.
Sure.
Yep.
I can. Well,
I was gonna say
that was it for me and my reads. So go ahead and somebody else take over for me on reads.
you know. Let me talk about what I've been reading the last couple of days or this last week or so. I'm reading again some manga. Sorry, Jess, we got some manga talk so early in the show today.
Go for it, dude. Everybody loves manga.
But today I'm going to talk about reading Akira Volume 1 and Akira Volume 2.
Nice.
So this has changed my life a little bit. Akira is now the pinnacle of comic books, I believe, at this point. This is right up, and you guys know how much of a fan I am of Watchmen. I got a Watchmen tattoo. Akira is Watchmen. It is that good. It is that timeless. Currently that timeless. It is a masterpiece of comics. I don't know why nobody told me about this before. Everybody just kept this a secret and never said anything about Akira being that good. And I'm disappointed in every single one of you.
I think everybody in the world is trying to tell both of us that.
But I mean, if you've seen the movie is basically 75% of this book is the movie. And this is the first volume. There's six volumes of this. So there's so much more I can't wait to dive into. I've always loved Akira, the movie, and now getting to see where the story comes from, the artwork behind it, the stories behind it. This stuff is where it is. We don't deserve to have something this nice. What up, Omar?
Omar.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's
Omar, have you
everybody
read Akira? Because it's garbage. I just spent the last half hour talking about how this is trash.
Nope. Never heard of it. Does it have anything to do with that hot Latin dancer, Shakira?
It does have to do with Shakira. And a dusty, unopened box in just his basement.
I consider Akira like Dune. You know, people that have seen Dune, they're like, oh, Dune's such a weird movie or such a great masterpiece. It's kind of like that. Like, I think to understand it and to appreciate it more, you have to read Akira, the manga. It's wonderful. He finished it after the movie came out. So that was the story. So, like, much like Nausicaa, like, the movie came out and then he went ahead and finished it. So,
right. So Akira originally was published in a Japanese magazine called Young.
Yep.
It was from like 1981 to 1990 is how long that this book, the 6-volume set of series, that basically came out weekly. That's how long that was in print through Young magazine. I kind of forgot where I was going with that because once it gets printed, this is the book that we all get from it now. So the artwork in here is top notch. Oh, that's what I was getting at. The movie came out in, like Omar said, before the manga finished.
mm-hmm.
So the movie came out, I think it was like 1987, 1988. So there, you still had a lot of Akira to come out from Otomo at that point. And from what I've heard, he just kind of I don't know, like just hurried up and made an ending for it, you know. But the book itself is so much more in depth and goes way further than what's in that movie. So
oh yeah, you don't even see. I mean, spoilers, but you don't really even see Akira in the movie, right? Like,
yeah.
He's a character in the comic, and in the movie, he's not. Yeah. Now, here's something you'll find interesting, but that's the very first comic book in America that use computers for color separations.
Yeah, it's
So-
Steve Orlando that recolored it.
Olive.
Yeah,
Olive,
whatever. Excuse me.
But I mean, the guy then took that and took it over to Image, and that kind of set the way for what we use now for every comic book is those computer colors. So it's pretty cool.
And I mean, if I'm going to talk about artwork in this book real quick, this is some of the most detailed, beautiful art pages. I'm trying to get this a little to fit the screen, right? So you guys can see all the line work. Some of my favorite artists are super detailed artists. George Perez, Stephen Platt. I'm talking about like Nick Bradshaw and Jeff Darrow and Art Adams. This is all of those hyper detailed artists rolled into one. They've had to have been inspired by just the line work and rubble. Like, look at this panel here with all that stuff falling out of the boxes and through the sky. Like, he draws like every piece of broken glass. And that's not even, this is like baby stuff compared to some of the things that are in here. It's just so jam-packed with detail. It's a masterpiece. Like I said, we don't deserve this book. The second one is very much like a video game. For anybody who's ever played a video game that takes place on like an elevator that's just going down and down. We all know that level, like on Ninja Turtles. And so that's basically, I keep getting this backwards because America and manga. But this is basically like one of those games where most of this book takes place with our guys going down into a secret military base where Akira is held. And again, this is what I'm talking about here. Let me get this over. All the detail on like this panel here of that elevator shaft, every line, every piping. I mean, this stuff is just beautiful. I don't know where he was able to do this in such a short amount of time that these things came out like 20 pages a week. He was just machining these things through and still came out with that kind of quality. So that's my reads. That's 1 and 2. I'm going to start volume 3 probably the next day or two. Next chance I get, I got to jump back into this because this is Watchmen or better comics. Just you need to open that box up and read it. I'm telling you.
Oh boy.
This really fired you up on reading like I haven't seen you in about a year.
Mm-hmm. Everything else is boring as crap. I mean,
you haven't been interested in reading in a long time, and this is the most fired up I've seen you.
Yeah, I've given my epiphany on how I felt about current modern superhero DC, mainstream books, and like that burnout question. This is bringing me back from that burnout. Is manga and reading things that I feel terrible like not reading before. I should have read Akira years ago because I'm such a fan of the movie. I got the damn soundtrack right here in my record player. So, and just to be able to just enjoy more of it. What else does somebody want, especially in this kind of geek fandom, than more of what you love already? Everybody wants more sequels and more trilogies and things like that. But that's what I'm getting here out of Akira. And it's not going to be garbage sequels because it's the rest of the story that Otomo came up with. So it's kind of the best situation I have to be able to get more. Because I would love more Matrix, but I don't know if it's going to be any good. Matrix 2 and Matrix 3, still some of the best movies ever, but disappointing on the level of Matrix 1. So getting basically what I feel is a sequel out of Akira is amazing. And it's going to be fantastic reading it. So read it, Jess.
I think what you said really, that's what I do when I'm reading comic books. Sometimes I take a break and read manga because it's so easy to read, and it takes no time at all to read like 39 volumes of One Piece compared to one Silver Age comic. Like, I'm not exaggerating.
Or even just like 12-issue crossover from Marvel. You know, you get so much more out of, you know, these. It just never stops. I mean, with Akira, it never stops building. The story is not stopping. It's escalating more and more. You know, the main bad guy of the story, Kaneda, is just getting stronger and stronger, and they're using bigger and bigger, more fantastical weapons as you go along. And you couldn't get a complete story out of a modern comic book. It'll take you 12 issues to tell a story that they used to tell in like 2 issues in the Silver Age. So it just, one of the things that mangas cures is just that really lame, drawn out storytelling. These things are jammed packed with story. You get so much out of one book that's, you know, 300 pages, and you could read it in like a day, no problem, and still be extremely satisfied out of it. That's what we're missing out of modern comic books. So yeah, that's what I read. Welcome to my my rant. Sorry.
He had a few other series. One of my favorite ones was called Memories. It's an anthology series.
Mm-hmm.
It never made out here. I got a copy. It's a British copy, pretty cheap, like decades ago, and it's still out there. They are re-releasing his Domu,
okay,
in hardcover edition, and that was out of print for years and going for crazy money. So keep an eye out on that, and I hope one day we get his Legend of Mother Sarah. Like, we only got the first 2 volumes here in America by Dark Horse, but hopefully now with these new little hardcovers that we have that people seem to be buying up, I hope they get, because they still own the license, they just haven't released it. So I hope they finish that out, because it'll be a total of like 8 or 9 volumes. So it'll be awesome. It's really weird to see you go on about this and Jess just quiet. He's like, "What's happening, man?"
I'm letting the conversation take place. You can't have everybody stepping all over each other.
We're slowly
Letting
assimilating.
you guys talk.
We're slowly assimilating, Jess.
No, you're not. No, this box is keeping me safe. What did you read, Omar?
What did I read? I read Avengers Disassemble again for the 8th time.
What
Oh,
in
boy.
the world?
No, I'm reading it for tomorrow's old reader, new reader. Maddie's never read it.
Read that for that show?
What's that?
Haven't you already read that for that show?
No, it's been one that a lot of people have been wanting us to read, and I was like, sure. I took a week off from the channel and read stuff I wanted to read. Like, I watched a lot of Godzilla, like the Showa Criterion Collection, so I took some time to do that. What did I read? I read Isabella Volume 2. This book.
Oh yeah,
Really enjoyed it. Thought it had a really good ending. Oh, what was the other thing that I got? I read some Defenders and the Star Wars, the Greg Pak run. And who was asking me about Star Wars yesterday? Or not yesterday. Last time it was Darth Vader. Darth Vader's getting a second OHC, by the way, the Charles Soule run. So they didn't.
Nice.
Marvel didn't leave you hanging. It's coming out sometime in 2020. And then, Batgirl. I read some Batgirl for my upcoming reading order. So that was fun.
What Batgirl?
Most of it. Like the Cassandra Cain stuff. I went back and reread that.
Tell me about that. Tell me how you feel about that.
That's my Batgirl. So I love Cassandra.
No, I'm right there with you. When we were reading comics and got into it,
Yeah.
Barbara Gordon's spine was already had like, you know, a hole through it, and she was already crippled. So
she was Oracle. So we
she
didn't.
was Oracle. Cassandra came around late though. She didn't come around to like the mid '90s, like '96. So there was a long time without Batgirl.
It was right around the same time that Harley Quinn came out in comic book format. So No Man's Land, what was that, 97, 98? But yeah, you're right. There was no Batgirl for decades. And then out of nowhere, this awesome daughter of an assassin that only speaks in violence came in, man. And then, you know, I read the Gail Simone run and the Burnside and the new stuff for Rebirth. Yeah, you know, it's all right. I mean, it is what it is, but I miss Cassandra as Batgirl.
Yeah, what is she now, like Black Mask or
Orphan? I think is what she's going as.
All right,
pretty sure. Yeah. But that is mainly what I read. That's it. How about you guys? Or who hasn't gone? Sorry.
I already went. I think Gio needs to tell us what he's read.
What'd you read, Gio?
I reread Justice League Dark for a video I posted on my channel. I thought the Rebirth stuff, or at least the first volume, because I don't have the second one, and it's actually pretty cool. I like that series more than the New 52 version, a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think I mentioned it earlier on the channel yesterday or Tuesday. I don't know. I read Beastars Volume 1. I finally got this book in, and I love it. It's a great series that everybody should check out. It's like a darker Zootopia.
Beastars?
Yes. It's pretty cool. I like the idea that I thought it was going to be old, but judging from what I've seen of the manga, it's actually pretty modern. It starts in this boarding school type thing, and all the anthropomorphic animals, they live together, the herbivores and the omnivores and all that stuff. And a carnivore ends up killing a fellow student, or they believe it's actually one of the students in the school. So you get a lot of character studies with them, animals representing humans, and this prejudice against carnivores because they're all after they want to kill the other species and eat them. And we follow our main guy right here, this wolf, and he befriends this rabbit, and he has to fight these urges to eat her. And so yeah, it's about that kind of stuff. It's a long series. I think Japan has like 16 volumes, and we only have I think volume 3 comes out this week or the following week. So we have a lot of catching up to do.
They're pumping them out fast, right?
I think they're going to start releasing more of them next year. I think that's what I read. I don't know. But it's a Viz signature series, so it is larger. I was going to save this for, well, actually, we are going to talk about what we hauled. But this is a regular manga, and you can see it's taller. So, yeah, paper quality is better, and it's very, I love the art because it doesn't look like a manga would. If Jess can highlight me, I would be eternally grateful. There we go. As you can see, it's not. Yeah, I know. It's one of those days. As you can see, it's very different from your standard, what everybody thinks about when they say, "Oh, manga, anime," with the big round eyes. Looks more sketchy. Reminds me of Black Sad for some reason. I like the way
animals.
Yeah. It's very detailed.
That's very, yeah, you're right. That is very different expecting art than you would think for something labeled a manga.
Mm-hmm. If you would think this is like a European comic or something, but it's a manga done by Haru Itagaki, which I learned she is the daughter of the guy that made Baki, the grappler.
Grappler?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Totally different writing from Baki.
Did anybody haul anything? Haul? Sure.
I gotta go. You guys go ahead and share. I gotta go get mine. It's over here. So, who's sharing first?
I can continue my haul, if you will.
Yeah, this is more Gio.
Which I know Jess will love this because it's all manga.
Yes.
Beastars Volume 1. I got Demon Slayer Volume 9. My Hero Academia Volume 20. What is this? Volume 21?
Oh, that looks so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 21. We got Dr. Stone Volume 8. We've got That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Volume 11.
You've read 10 volumes of that so far?
Yeah.
How is that? I mean, that title is just so interesting. Does he really get reincarnated as slime?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find
that's the name
picture.
of the book, and it's like, no, it's really just a show about turkeys and living on a farm.
So, I mean, how do you write a manga about some guy getting reincarnated as slime?
No, I cannot show this image. Hold on.
Oh,
That kind of
Uh,
slime.
Yeah,
what kind of slime are you talking about?
there's the slime right there.
He's a big bubble of slime.
Yeah, blue slime.
He's
And
sentient slime.
he is from our world and is killed. I think he was a 30-year-old person, and he was killed from a mugging incident. So he ends up in a different alternate Earth and is reincarnated as a slime. And if you play, JRPGs and stuff, a slime is typically a low-level creature that you just swat off and you killed it. That's it. So eventually, he's able to get some powers by grinding and leveling up in this magic cave, and he ends up being able to talk, consume enemies like Kirby does in the Nintendo games, and eventually the series evolves into him acquiring a human form and befriending different species, creating sort of this monster society or utopia, and it just goes off the rails and pretty crazy. It's mostly action comedy. It's really fun. I like it a lot.
Sounds like Flubber just got hardcore.
And my not safe for work purchase is Prison School Volume 14. This is the last book in the series, the finale for one of the greatest, raunchiest comics manga I've ever read, Prison School. If you've read it, then I haven't even opened it yet. It's still it's still sealed, and I cannot show the contents of this book. I'm sorry.
What's the premise?
It's very ridiculous. It is a formerly female-only school that has a secret prison inside of it, and the school finally opens for it to be co-ed, and the 5 or 6 guys that transfer in get caught peeping into the girls' communal bath. I know, it's super pervy. And they get put through the ringer in this prison school where they are treated horribly. But it's more like a satire and comedy, and the not safe for work stuff. Yeah, it is gratuitous, but it is on purpose as the boys try to prove their innocence and get out of the prison, because the secret student council want to throw them out of the school because they want to keep the school all female. So that's sort of the premise.
When you said it, like you were talking about the premise, all I kept thinking was Catholic high school girls in trouble from Kentucky Fried Movie.
Kentucky Fried Movie, exactly.
I love that movie.
Girls in Trouble.
I love that skit. Okay.
So that is what I hauled. A lot of manga.
Nice.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
Nice.
Okay, Omar, you went to your haul?
Sure. I ended up with a copy of What If Complete Collection Volume 1.
Nice.
So this has issues 1 through 12 of the classic series, and they are wrapping that up with Volume 4 coming out sometime in 2020. So hopefully, maybe an omnibus. This is OmniBros after all. We have to talk about something. Hopefully, there'll be an omnibus after this. A series that I'm sure is going to get a hardcover, but Ascender, which is the follow-up to Descender.
Mm-hmm.
And then a series nobody should sleep on, Savage Shores. The Savage Shores.
Yeah.
Maddie and I have done an old reader, new reader before the book came out, and it's one of my favorite reads this year.
That looks really cool. The art in that looks awesome.
Let me just show you some of the artwork in here. If you have not read this, go buy this. It is freaking phenomenal. It's a great read. I'm glad we read it in the month of October. But Ram V, the guy that wrote it, I think Justice League Dark is what he's working on now. So he's at the big 2 now. He's moved up. Yeah, but this art is phenomenal. The company that publishes is Vault Comics.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same people that did what's that book that Maddie likes to feel? Heathen? Was that it?
Yeah.
Everybody got Heathen, you know what I'm talking about? It's got like a really soft cover. Let me just I love the artwork in this. The colors are beautiful. Vampires.
I've got it upstairs near my chair. It's ready to be read.
Look at that. It looks so badass. Oh, go read it, man. You'll love it. It's a quick read, too.
But that's done, right? Sorry.
No, apparently they're coming back with another volume or
good.
another series or a follow-up series. But that's it, man. That's all.
Nice.
Who's left? Jess? You?
Sure.
Okay.
I got a book that you just read, Isabella 2.
Ooh.
Yep.
And Venom. Johnny
Yep.
Cakes.
Nice.
Good choice.
Thank you. Thank you. Animosity, Volume 2. Aftershock.
Show me. You've got Animosity Volume 1.
Yeah, but I don't know where it is. You can ask for the difference in size.
I've heard about the differences in sizes.
Yeah, they're apparently different in size. I can't lay my hand. Well,
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm not sure where it is right now. Yeah, this book was expensive.
It's Aftershock, right? Yeah.
Yikes. Okay, so no, I don't think. I mean, when we switch to Gabe, I'll go look for it, and then the book that Taylor Brown and Tyler were referring to in the chat that we're going to review November 30th in Batter Days in the Batcave, Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the deluxe edition.
That's the first one, right?
That's a fun book.
That's the first one, yeah.
Love it. I hope those get an omnibus. All that series and the the animated one too? Yeah. Those
The
are
Batman
great.
Adventures Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got TKO was kind enough to send us review copies of all the TKO books.
Oh, you got yours. Nice.
Cool.
So
Is this series 2?
this is Wave 2, yeah.
Wave 2. Okay.
This is the one everybody's been waiting for, the Jeff Lemire book.
Yeah, I'm hearing so much good stuff about that Sentient book.
Yeah.
So much good stuff. Have you flipped through it yet?
I have not.
The art in it's great. It's a
I'm going to read all 4 of these this week.
Awesome. When are we doing that review? Well, I haven't gotten mine yet, but I guess I'm
Well, when you get it, yeah, let's decide.
Okay. Cool. I'm
Riley
excited.
got his. I think there's still a couple of us that haven't gotten it yet.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Just this version of hell would be listening to the other guys talking about manga previews and reads for all eternity.
So it's pretty much this show, especially when we get to the end of the previews, when Gabe used to go, and this is all the bullshit that Gabe and you and Omar. And now he's like, A through Z is like the most. A, with A. And he reads every single one. I'm like, oh my god, give me a gun.
You brought this on yourself, man. You should have kept up with everybody and started reading manga.
I don't care.
Only torture. We have to listen to some of the crap you read.
The crap I read is the crap you read.
I know, and I read a lot of crap. So we're sailing together on shit river.
Oh, that's a nice image.
And that's why we're not made for kids here, everybody.
There you go.
Good heavens.
We're not toy reviewers, so who cares?
Okay, so I hauled, you hauled, Geo hauled.
Everybody hauled.
Gabe, we're listening for Gabe.
All right.
All
So I also got
Ooh.
a care package from TKO,
Nice.
along with a cool sticker and a nice, really cool button. But like I was saying, Sentient, I've been hearing a lot of good stuff from this from other retailers, online, and everything else. Sentient by Jeff Lemire and Gabriel Walla. He's the same guy. I look at some of the art in here. I was saying it was really fantastic. This is the same artist. If you can't tell, his art's really unique from Vision, from the Tom King Vision. So, and these are oversized hardcovers. I don't have another regular sized book here, I think.
Those are hardcovers?
Or sorry, trades. Excuse me. Oversized trades. Yeah,
Nice.
oversized trades. So, really, really nice package. And shout out and a big thank you to them. Eva Destruction, the Banks. This looks really good. Also about a generational family of bank robbers. And Pound to Pound. I'm really interested in that just because I just love that cover of that luchador mask. That cover. whatever is inside this book is not going to be as cool as this cover. That's unfortunate.
It's like a luchador.
Yeah.
Crossbones thing. Hey, speaking of bank, I have a really important question that you may know. Did 4Kids Walk Into a Bank hardcover ever get released, or did it just get canceled? Because every month I was waiting for it to come out, and it was like April, then it got delayed to June, and then it got. I know the local comic book
hardcover.
Well, the local comic book stores had them in hardcover when it originally came out, but then they were going to release them this year everywhere, and I got excited because that was like one of my favorite reads. I love that book, and I haven't heard anything. Now they're not even showing up in the previews, or from what I saw. So
weird.
Sucks.
Here is
Oh, you found him.
I did.
Ooh, nice.
Here is book 1.
Mm-hmm.
Here is book 2.
Let's get that OCD going.
Oh my god.
Book 2 is noticeably bigger.
When did Dan Didio go over to Aftershock Comics and take over the collected editions department? You know what?
Ooh, wow.
Mismatching spines don't bother me anymore.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me at all.
But this is weird.
They need to re-release that first book.
Or re-release the second book of the smaller hardcover.
Oh man, if they re-release that first book, Jess is gonna shit. He's gonna be like, "Damn it, now I have to buy it."
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't think Jess is affected.
You won't care until I show you pictures. I'll send you some. I'll spam you pictures. Look at the perfect size, Jess. They fit right together on the shelf. You need this, and it has an extra page. An extra page.
and it folds out like the Superman. That's the Superman omnibus.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So also I picked up I got Batman Damned. I snagged copies from the store. These are the ones that we have that are signed by Liber Mayo. So
nice.
Oh, okay. Wait, when did you wait a minute? You got that signed? Did you tell him how much you love that?
He hasn't read it yet.
I have.
Are you the one that hasn't read it?
I have 100 copies of these signed at the store.
Whoa.
So I just borrowed one so I can read it and take it back. Oh, just so I can after we do the radio show thing. So I haven't read it before. I think I read the first issue because I was really infatuated with Bat Dong and I wanted to see what was up with that. But not really. I kind of remember liking the first issue, so we'll see what happens. I'm sure after that, like I know that because we all know when Batman Damned 1 came out with the Bat Dick in it, that was the very first day that Warner Brothers took over DC Comics, and they, the first things they get on their phone notifications or in their email, whatever, is just the biggest shitstorm about Batman's penis. Batman, who they put on little kids' underwear across the world, now has his penis exposed. So after that, they really stepped in, from my understanding, and put their fingers into the mix.
It wasn't even that big of a deal.
It was that big of a deal.
Flaccid. Like, who wants to see that? Besides doctors, I guess.
I don't even know doctors want to. All right, and along with Jess, I also got the Venom hardcover.
Nice.
My first superhero purchase in a while.
Hey,
but this is a good series, man. Donny Cates just seemed to just really skyrocketed quickly, and he has been knocking it out of the park with Venom and Absolute Carnage. So
I will say that the sales of that were so well that I'm not speaking for Marvel, but we will probably get a volume 2.
Volume 2 is basically going to be the Absolute Carnage.
Absolute Carnage, and then we will almost 100% we'll get a volume 2 of Venom OHC. Whether they release an omnibus or not, I don't know. I'm not, I don't know. But we are definitely going to get more of that because the sales of that so well. And it's good to see OHC sell good again because that format just about disappeared.
That's the preferred format, honestly, for myself.
Like, a lot of people love it. A lot of people got hyped up when in Immortal Hulk, with the Thanos book by Donny Cates. Donny Cates is getting a lot of love in OHC.
But that's the thing is that there hasn't been a lot of good stuff coming out, and it's all been coming from like one dude for the last 3 years.
And that's the story behind the omnibus is that Donny Cates kept texting David from Marvel like, "Hey, we need to add this to the OHC," or "No, this needs to be added for sure." And finally, they were like, you know what? Let's just make an omnibus. You're adding all these things. Let's go ahead and do it. And it worked.
For what?
Right?
For Absolute Carnage?
Absolute Carnage.
Which is basically
It was originally going to be that. Was going to be an OHC.
Oh.
And then Donny Cates was like, I think we need to add this series. I think it would really benefit from adding these issues. And finally, David just made the call. Let's make it an omnibus.
Well, then Ryley and everybody else is hitting you up saying that they missed out an issue.
Yep, and they got that.
Correct.
They're adding that into the omnibus. So
That's
I'm
pretty
very
cool.
excited. Very excited for it.
Yeah.
That's
So, yeah,
really
that's-
cool.
That's what I've been talking about with books not being that good. There's a few out there. It's Immortal Hulk. It's Venom. It's Silver Surfer Black, and that's all besides Immortal Hulk. These are all Donny Cates names, and he's taking over Thor in January. Is it January or in December? It's just that holiday season.
You know, I would be surprised if they don't release his Guardians of the Galaxy in OHC.
Oh, that should be. Yeah,
I mean, that's almost a given, but I guess we'll see.
Very cool. So yeah, I got that. I'll save that for something else. I'm gonna do a little theme at the end. I got some singles, but one of them is from the amazing Greg Thompson. This is Ginger Root #2. And this is the same guy that did Blankets, Space Dumplings. We were talking about Space Dumplings last night on the Sunday news show.
It's a book Kristan loves.
And the art here on Ginger Roots is also phenomenal. Craig Thompson is just one of the best cartoonist artists out there right now. And the books he does, like Habibi and Blankets and Hello Chunky Lee Rice, is just some of the best stuff out there, and it's all his work. So it's fantastic. So this is #2. I'm gonna wait for #1. I'm sure. I hope one day there's like a crazy cool hardcover for this too, and I would grab that as well. I buy everything. Craig Thompson. Also, I got a bunch of single issues of the Darkwing Duck series.
The Joe Books series?
This is the Joe Book series.
It's a good series.
Good series. Aaron Sparrow on the doing the writing duties. The artist on here is absolutely fantastic too. I ran into him at a couple comic book conventions and cartoon conventions, and he just draws the best Donald Duck, and he does really great sketches for you too, as well. Diamond had these on blowout for stores. These things were like $1. So I was like, hell yeah, I need those, because they didn't. I don't think they didn't do. I think they did one trade paperback from this series.
They did.
And they did not do a second one. So
They did both of them.
Did they do both?
It just didn't. Sadly, it didn't sell. And he was Sparrow was heartbroken.
Oh, I remember when that was going on because I have him on Facebook.
Yes,
He was
save Darkwing, man. Darkwing.
He would send emails like, "Here's a script. Can I get some notes or some feedback or some kind of acknowledgement that the series is still continuing or not?" They never even told him that they canceled the series from underneath them. So
it's weird because originally it was published by, was it Boom or IDW? Boom, I think. Yeah. So Darkwing was originally published by Boom. However, when the Omnibus was released from Joe Books, they literally took off the writer's name. I don't know what kind of conspiracy was going on, and rewrote the entire script of the Omnibus.
Yeah, well, what it was is that Aaron Sparrow basically wrote that entire series, and they didn't put his name on it. So when Joe Books took it over, they used his original dialogue for it and stuff like that.
Was it Sparrow? I can't remember. Whoever the original writer was for Boom Comics, that guy's name got taken off of the,
right. No,
of the
but
Omnibus.
Sparrow wrote it, like Ghost wrote it, I'm saying.
Oh, yeah,
The other guy got credit for it.
Like,
so,
it's a weird thing that happened behind the scenes.
That's like Pat Lee on the Transformers type of conspiracy. And only Omar and I understood that reference. All right. I love that series, man. That Transformer stuff is great.
It introduced me to a lot of new artists that are still some of my fan favorites. So,
moving on. One of my talk about fan favorites. I got this Prophet trade paperback off of eBay for like $3. This is the first like 7 issues.
So it's the Splat stuff, right?
The
And who
first
did-
4 issues I could care less about because it's Dan Panosian. Dan Panosian is great now, but
Back then, he was like a rip off of Life.
yeah, he was another
so
Liefeld
bad.
like clone, but his stuff now is, man, he's great. If anybody out there is picking up Hawkman, the last couple of Hawkman like variants he did that are coming up are really, really good. But this is his early career. It's kind of like seeing John Cassidy at the beginning of Planetary and
That
John Cassidy at the end of it.
Bloodstrike. I recognize Bloodstrike characters there.
So the first 4 issues is Dan Panosian, and then when issue 5 hits, that thing is like an atomic bomb that has never been felt of a man called Stephen Platt doing profit. Look at this. This guy.
Dude, those are muscles on muscles.
This guy's got veins that
Whoa.
don't even exist.
Like, you can't work out that hard. No one
my God.
can.
So yeah, this is the top notch. This is the stuff that I'm getting nostalgic for. I got the trade for dirt cheap. If you want to talk about veins on top of veins, I think I just lost the page there. There's another one of those.
I actually like this art style compared to his later years. I like the Mark Spector Moon Knight stuff, and I like the Prophet stuff. But for some reason, later on, he kind of lost that goofy edginess that you're showing off right now.
You didn't like the Soul Saga stuff?
Yeah, and it wasn't the same, and he didn't have that ridiculous cross hatching, like overuse of it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he didn't really ink most of his work. That might have been an inker thing, but still, the detail on this guy's work is fantastic. This guy could totally do Akira, and I'd be in love with it. Veiny Akira. Oh, so I got that, and to go along with that, I also got myself a Prophet poster.
That's from what issue is that?
That's the variant cover for issue 4.
The variant cover.
The
What's up
variant
with
cover.
arms?
Dude,
The
those
variant cover that
arms.
I have right here.
how much
Nice.
how much did you pay for that?
This is the one I bought when I was a kid. And
Okay, good.
No, it was $60. I did so much extra.
You did
short
not
shit.
pay for these
I
things.
100%, dude.
Okay.
I
In all
didn't
seriousness, is that even worth $60 CGC 10.0?
No, this thing,
10.0.
no way, dude. No way. I love Prophet. Prophet and Stephen Platt, they got. I try to make a front, but the weight changes it. But they got an honorary spot always on my spinner rack.
Show that Mark Spector though. Show that Mark Spector because that was my jam. There was an issue. Do you have the issue where it's just him and he's like ripped, like his outfit is kind of ripped? That cover was awesome.
Are you asking if I got
50
that? Come on.
Is it 56? I think 55 was his first one.
60,
No.
the last one.
No. It's another one.
What?
It's Spider-Man on the cover, I think.
Oh, that one.
You don't have to get it, man. It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's over there. I'm not getting up. But these are my favorite covers. That's why they're up here on the old spinner rack. And again, I mentioned it, but Soul Saga, where, like you said, his art changes a little bit.
Wasn't a fan
It's
of
a little
stuff by
softer.
then.
But
Whoa.
yeah, look at that badass. That's some manga action right there.
This is straight manga ripoffs.
It's like Joe Mad on steroids and just hitting 700-pound squats. Like, this stuff is so out of control.
Whoa, wait a minute. Now that you're reading manga, you go back and read some of that Uncanny X-Men by Joe Mad. There's gonna be so many Easter eggs waiting for you. You're gonna be like, oh man, I didn't know this character was from Ninja Scroll. I know what Giant Robo is now. Yeah, man, it's gonna be great. These two need to get a room for Moon. Chat Omnidog. Hey, for real though, there's an
Steve in the chat. If he was in the chat, he would be loving this right now.
it is a rarity that Gabe and I agree on something and get passionate about one thing. Okay, let us have our 5 minutes. Okay, so there is an important question in the chat. I saw it earlier.
Yeah, I did too.
Okay, the status on the Red Sonja Omnibus. So that was supposed to be released last week. I did a first look at it. It's beautiful, by the way. I like it. I know a lot of people don't.
I
If
do.
you are the only one with it, dude, you should sell it for like $800.
No, I gave it to Maddie. Like,
You're an idiot.
I'm gonna buy it because I was like, well, I'm gonna buy it anyway. But it's
if you
fine.
did it now, you would get so much money for it because everybody is just clamoring for that.
Apparently their whole palette, because they're a small distribution, they're a small publisher, like it got damaged. So they're not DC, they're not Marvel, so they're like, well, you're just gonna fucking wait. What are you gonna do?
They have to eat it now. Yeah.
You're Dynamite. What are you gonna do, right? So I don't know. Last I heard, so maybe if we're lucky by end of year, we'll get it. I'll double check, and if I hear anything, I'll post it on our Facebook or whatever. I'll let these guys know so they can tell you all on Thursday. But I'll email them and see what's going on, what the latest is, because I'm sure they don't know because their warehouse is completely different than where they're located. So I guess
I can't even read Justin Page's comment. I think we would get flagged.
Keep shut. Oh, the collector. That's what I'm thinking too. I'm like, wait a minute. I need to buy that omnibus. Maybe we can have a damage cell Dynamite. I think we can work out a deal.
Maddie should sell that for like $800. She's got the only not damaged copy.
It's Red Sonja. She's keeping it. Me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, shit. I don't care about that. I will take one of those little damaged books signed somewhere. I'll pay $5 for it.
Will they still do the signed edition?
Well, that's what sucks, right? Because I think some of that stuff was the signed edition. So somebody better have insured a lot of that stuff.
Oh man,
got them in the chat.
Signed edition.
Got them in the chat asking for more details. I think something's getting lost in the language. He's asking what a pallet is.
I'm sorry.
A pallet. I don't know if anybody ever seen it, like at a shipping area, or even maybe like the back of a store,
or worked manual labor, like
most
Latinos.
It's those. It's that
I just assume everybody had.
Right. Do you ever have to just pick that up and put them into the back of your truck and have to sell it? Yeah, those things.
Yeah. So it's a wooden.
Yeah, it's a wooden like flat stand that forklifts can pick up like a stack of stuff with, right? So you stack all of it on this flat stand made out of wood that has the fork hose for forklifts to pick it up, and they put it in the trucks and move it where they got to move it. That got damaged, meaning that they had their entire stock, just boxes and cases, sitting on top of this wood pallet that was probably wrapped in saran wrap or whatever. And it got damaged. Who knows how? The forklift hit it. The truck it was on got flipped over. That's happened before. It just basically is saying that their entire shipment of the Red Sonja omnibus is just destroyed. I don't know how damaged is, but it's obviously enough that they don't want to even put it out into the public right now, apparently.
Yeah, so it's bad. It's a pretty book though. Like it is the size of it's as tall as the Colossal Conan, and if you know how big those are, they're bigger than your omnibuses, so it's taller. So if you have Colossal Conan, this book fits right in there beautifully, right next to those.
And that's for the 3 people out there that still have that book.
That haven't sold them for $1,200 or whatever ridiculous prices they're going for now on eBay.
$500 from experience.
I pay people to move pallets for me. Chat Omnidog. That guy also blows his nose with like dollar bills that he's got laying around the house. He doesn't use Kleenexes.
My son watching his first OmniBros live stream, he said, "No more manga or 90s comics, please."
Hey, what's up, little guy? Welcome to the show. Get out of my yard.
I hope you enjoy your manga when you get older.
You mean 90s comics? Like where
Batman sucks.
And where Deadpool comes from?
You know what's awesome? Astro Boy, not Batman, Dad. It'll end up happening, man. Like, my daughter reviewed Ironheart for my channel. And Brian Michael Bendis, right? And she loved it. She was like, "This is my favorite comic I've read." It's a 5 out of 5. And the look on my face at first, I was like, shit, of all the books you could have given a 5 out of 5. Brian Michael Bendis book.
That book is made for her age, dude. That's perfect. That's doing its job.
Sure.
Don't go hand your daughter Crisis on Infinite Earths or something. Go you're gonna do Daddy Reader, Daughter Reader with me.
Not yet. Later. She's only 10. She'll be fine.
10-year-olds read that when it came out. Come on, Jess was like 10 when it came out.
All right, let's talk about books coming out
Yeah.
this week.
Speaking of books coming out, yeah.
Jess?
Give me a sec.
No, wait. This guy.
That's moi.
It's Gaberino.
By the way, the 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank is still in the previews page, supposedly for December 11th.
Okay, cool. You know what's else got pushed back? What's my Night Warriors hardcover collections? It got pushed to like, I think the last thing I saw was indefinite 2020. So who knows?
Shout out to Matthew in the chat who says Bendis' X-Men was good. Omar, face facts. 100%.
No, Matthew, you're dead to me. Ban him. And there was another guy that said, ban River. I'm going to start banning people.
River? What River do?
He said, hey, it's super classy Jess and those other guys.
Yeah, he's right on, man.
Yeah, welcome to OmniBros.
Yeah.
Super classy Jess.
Wow.
3
Okay.
Chicanos and a wasp.
That's what I called him. His daughter thought that was hilarious. I had to explain to him what it was.
Wait, his daughter knew what it was?
Yeah, he did it.
Called me a racist wasp with my daughter.
I may have had some bourbon and cranberry.
Hey, Omar, you coming to not WonderCon? You're coming to MegaCon.
I'm going to try to make it for sure. I am going to GalaxyCon in Louisville. I think somebody was asking about that earlier. That's this weekend. I'll be there on Saturday.
Oh, that's fine. That's on Saturday, but I'm talking about April.
I know. I got time, but okay.
Yeah.
I'll see.
We'll make it work.
You know I
too,
want to
Jess.
come.
I'm bringing this up every show so that nobody forgets, and same with you, Gio.
Okay.
You know what we talked about.
Yeah.
All right.
Are these guys really talking about Bendis again in the chat? Really?
Let's talk about Bendis. All right. So Powers is probably some of the greatest stuff he's ever done. Forget his superhero stuff.
They're talking
100%.
about X-Men.
Go back and read anything that he did crime related. I'm talking Powers. I'm talking Goldfish. I'm talking Fire. What was that other one?
Scarlet.
Jinx.
Torso.
I'm talking about like the old school like Caliber.
Sam and Twitch.
He drew. Yeah, Sam and Twitch is also a fantastic read. Anything he's did crime up to Powers when it moves over to Marvel, that's when it kind of I wasn't into it too much after that. But those Image issues are top notch. Go on the PlayStation Network. They have a Powers show on there. Go on there and just delete it. It is trash. It is the worst comic book adaptation that you'll ever. It's worse than Apocalypse being perfect.
It's not worse than X-Men 3, the last 10.
No, it is.
Despite of what this guy says.
It is terrible. And then he does Ultimate Spider-Man, which is the groundbreaking foundation of what Spider-Man was supposed to always be, and that is a
somewhere right now. Steve
student.
Ditko and Stan Lee are turning over their graves right now.
That is some of the top-notch stuff. And then he created today's better Spider-Man, namely Miles Morales. Yes. So Bendis' stuff.
How did this
for
happen?
85% will always get a pass from me. He is fantastic.
85% of his stuff is crap. They get a pass because
no. The 15% that's crap.
I feel that way about
like
Chris
Daredevil,
Claremont.
Ninja, or Hit and Miss. He did Siege, which is one of the only Marvel crossover events that I felt stuck the landing. Yeah.
Siege.
Are you telling me
with
like
Century going up
Fear itself stuck the landing?
There's a lot better. Okay, man. We'll have another conversation.
You did House of M?
Let's look at the previews, or this is going to go on forever.
Yeah.
He did do House of M. All what should have been one issue, but it's Bendis. We got to push it up to 8 issues.
Yeah, you can thank Warren Ellis for that decompressed storytelling, and Bendis for making it so popular.
Bendis even do a good job doing it. All right, what are we looking at?
So Image Comics. We're just talking about some good stuff. Just talk about spending some money. Again,
no, Matthew. I don't think 85% of Claremont is crap. Not 85%. All right, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to do the math in my head. I almost want to agree with them.
No, you would be fucking wrong. 17 years of masterpieces are not 85%.
Yeah, but then there's 25 years afterwards, it's just garbage. So that's about 85%. All right, so moving on. We have In Stock Trades will be updating their site tomorrow afternoon, 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. on the East Coast, and chop it up wherever you are in your area. So Image Comics is coming out with some heat this week.
Mm-hmm.
We have Excellence trade paperback volume 1, but nobody cares because right next to that is the prettiest woman in the room, and that is namely Kill or Be Killed, a deluxe edition. Another fine example of Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. Yeah, this is the pick of the week, 100%. This needs to be on your in stock trades order. They followed up with Little Bird Fight. Just, do you have the discounts up?
I do.
Okay. Little Bird Fight for Elders Hope hardcover. That's another great. Just
that one's getting a lot of. Who's the creators behind that? Because that one's getting a lot. Ian Barton.
I'm not going to pronounce that.
So, I'm excited for this one.
That's the artist for House of Penance, right?
I think so. I know the artist is the one that I got excited about. But yeah, this is a definite buy for me.
Yeah, that's going to be a hit. Middle West Volume 2 from Scotty Young.
That is a
and
huge
Jorge
buy
Corona
for me.
The first one was good. I like the first one.
I haven't read any of this yet, and I really feel like I need to. There is too much hype about this that I hear on a regular basis for me not to read it.
It's good.
Yeah, all right. I'm in.
It's practically
and then,
manga. How about that?
Oh, I'm in it. I'm going to read it backwards.
Yeah, go ahead.
Then we have Postal Deliverance Trade Paperback Volume 1.
That is 50% off, and that is a great book, I hope, because it's a follow-up to Postal. It's the second wave.
So is that the only book so far that's 50% off?
So far, yes.
Okay. Oh, man, Killer Bill Killed isn't... All right.
No, it is not.
That's worth it. I'll pay full cover price for that at my store.
You don't.
That's a total lie, but... All right, Dark Horse. We have Art of Beverly's Second End Layer hardcover.
Bravely Second, fool. That's a video game.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that. You will. Give it a year, you fucking weeb. That's the Art of Bravely Second.
And proud. I'm gonna go get that Akira t-shirt now. I'm gonna cosplay as One Piece character.
You'll be correcting me and Gio. Guys, that's Beastar number 15.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. What else?
And then Jedi artist. Who cares? Stupid art books for stupid Star Wars. I love the Mandalorian.
The video game.
Oh, it's a video game.
Yeah,
I might be cool. The video games are pretty good for Star Wars. Disney's Frozen, Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Descendant X trade paperback, H.P. Lovecraft's Mountains of Madness, Volume 2. Usagi Yojimbo 35-year anniversary covers. I'm assuming that's all covers.
It's a beautiful book. But all three of those are really good. The Lovecraft and the Witcher Omnibus too.
Yeah, Witcher Omnibus Volume 1 is out as well, which I have no idea what this is. Is this based off? Is the movie based off of this or the video game?
This is based on the series, which is based on the video game, which is based on the books.
Which the movie is.
No, this is based on the books, I think, more so than the video game. But it's really good. I'm with Dave K. I have no idea how Disney or how Dark Horse can publish some stuff by Disney either. No idea how that works. But
they must be just licensing it out. They're paying them to publish it.
Neither IDW still publishes things by Disney. Fantagraphics still publishes by Disney. So it's kind of weird.
I think Disney's pretty lazy.
They're just outsourcing it to everybody.
Yeah. Go ahead, print it for me.
And pay me to let you do it.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of IDW, we have After the Spring hardcover. I don't know the rest of that story of Tisani Youth. Don't know what that is.
Tunisian.
That too. Joel Hill's The Cape Fallen trade paperback. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's actually a hardcover. Silver Age Superman Sunday's hardcover volume. That's boring. I fell asleep in the middle of talking about it.
Those are that's Jess's youth.
That is.
Oh,
Take it easy. Here's 50% off land coming up right
coming up here in DC. Look at this. We got the new Frontier. The new Absolute New Frontier. Blah, I got that turned around. New Absolute New Frontier
God.
15th anniversary.
I'm on the fence on this one. This has the,
It has more pages in it, Omar.
it does. It has the one shot that was never collected in absolute format.
Correct.
And
50% off.
shit.
50% off, son.
All right, I'll think about it.
Sell yours.
Shut up, Gio. You're not helping.
And then we have Adventures of Super Sons trade paperback, volume 2. I need to pick these up. That Super Sons Omnibus was so fun. That was some really good comics. I want to see how this continues, especially now that Jonathan is older. Spoilers.
Bendis.
Yeah. All right, and then we got Batman, the 1989 movie adaptation. Are they reprinting that? Wow, that's
in deluxe edition.
Book,
Why
buddy.
is that a deluxe edition? Why?
Because
Batman.
Joker. Oh, sorry. Sure, Batman. I was thinking the Joker cashing in on that.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Nicholson acting like Jack Nicholson.
He's just chewing up the scenery in that movie.
I never understood people's love of that Joker. It's just Jack Nicholson playing Jack Nicholson with makeup. Come on. Anyway, Books of Magic. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, Books of Magic. We got the deluxe and the trade paperback.
Nice.
And then Deceased hardcover. I know just picking that up.
I'll be picking that up too.
And Omar. We have Death of Superman, The Wake trade paperback. Doom Patrol, Bronze Age Omnibus.
That
Jess,
50% off.
Jess, is that you?
No, I didn't get into this particular run, the Bronze Age. That wasn't for me. I read it. I remember reading it, but I don't remember enjoying it. But that doesn't mean it's not good. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
And then Justice League Odyssey, Volume 2. I don't know if anybody's reading this. Oh,
I like the first one. The art is gorgeous.
Yeah. I need to get that.
Paper quality is crap on that trade, though.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this was coming out. This is a surprise to me. New Teen Titans Omnibus Volume 4. Let's talk about this for a second, Omar. I know you're all about this.
Also,
as well.
50% off.
Yes.
This is one that got canceled, and the price went up a little bit, but at least it's here.
But this is also the first time that they're reprinting
the non George Perez stuff.
Yeah.
Marv Wolfman and Jose Luis Garcia, who apparently they can't spell at Previews World. Jose Luis Garcia. Yeah, that guy.
Racist. But yeah, so I mean, this is a surprise because they didn't do this in the previous set of the Teen Titans Omnibus.
Nope, they left out all of this stuff. So
they chopped it up and just moved it forward to further down the line.
It was the most idiotic. Anyway, yeah, I have those, so I know. Hey, is Deceased Gabriel Daddy is asking if is it oversized or is it just? It looks like it's just standard size, Gabriel. It would say DLX underneath it if it was deluxe.
Yeah, I
have
regular sized.
I have the local comic shop day version of this, which is it has a Joker cover and it's like a red foil for auto trade dress.
Is that one standard?
I'm thinking. I don't know, man. I'm trying to picture it in my head. I'm saying it out loud. Hopefully, I could figure it out. I think that might have been an oversight for some reason.
Really?
I don't know. I might.
It would honestly. So the price point of $29.99 is the price point they had for Mr. Miracle and Heroes in Crisis, and it was they were both standard. Okay. So that's what I'm basing it on.
After this, if it really still matters after this, I could look it up. I just don't want to look it up on air.
It's regular size because I'm looking at a picture that Tom Taylor posted and his hand. The book is small compared to his hand.
How do you know how big Tom Taylor's hand is?
Yeah, he's got.
What if he has baby hand?
Yeah,
I don't know. Magic.
Okay. All right, moving forward.
All right, moving forward. Okay. Oh, one more thing here. Superman hardcover volume 2, the Unity Saga of the House of L.
It's a
So this
long
is
name.
more. This is
From
more
the
Bendis.
from the creators of House of M
We're going to go backwards.
comes a new original story.
And the creator of one of the best Daredevil runs ever.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm sure this is great. Whatever.
Next issue, though.
I've read the first 6 issues, and I'm like, nope, not for me.
Action Comics. No, I'm sorry. Superman 18, the next issue to come out, is going to be a big one. That's the one where he revealed his identity to the world.
Was DC's only 6 issues? Well, shit,
Yes.
that's expensive.
It's 6 issues, and there's a one shot in here. Yeah.
Damn, that's an expensive hardcover for 6-7 issues.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, but so was Identity Crisis. Identity Crisis was like that too.
That $30 is a new price point. That's going to be the new norm.
For standard hardcovers, that's ridiculous, man.
That's going to be the new norm. It's probably printed in China or something. Terrorists. All right, moving on. Marvel Comics. We got the reprint of the Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection, Cosmic Adventures.
Ooh.
Yep, been out of print for years, so it's back.
And I think these are only available to comic book stores now. Like they're not going to be, I guess, on Amazon or anything else.
Well, I mean, if you work at a comic book store and want to throw somebody a bone, I guess you could put it on Amazon.
I don't owe any of these fuckboys anything.
Okay.
Oh wow!
Wow. Thank you for watching.
All right, and then we have Avengers Endgame Art of Movie hardcover slipcase. These are always just beautiful, beautiful. There's so many. There's a few comic book artists that usually contribute to stuff in here that do work on these movies.
And they're like, are they the widescreen format too?
Yes,
I think.
so.
The last ones were. I don't know about this one, but the last ones were.
Okay. Fuck boys unite.
Yeah. And then another Iron Man, another reprinted epic, Iron Man Epic Collection Golden Avenger.
Yep.
Journey, Star Wars,
This is
Rise,
the first time I've seen this.
Allegiance, trade paperback, volume 1.
It's got 4 covers.
That is 50% off.
It's got 4 covers, guys. I've never seen this in a trade paperback.
Wow.
Yeah, the first one, the first normal one is 50% off.
Is this really the same thing?
Look at I double checked, but I could have sworn when I was doing my previews, it looked like the same comic book with just different covers.
Yep.
Mon Calamari.
And they match too. Like it's a.
Oh, it's a connecting.
Look at the other
Yeah,
one.
it's
buy all of
connecting
them.
covers. I mean, you don't have to buy them all.
No, you have to. The
Quadruple
covers connect.
bit.
It's like a spine. It has to line up
Yeah.
and match.
Or you can
You
do
gotta
that.
buy all 4.
All right, and then Power Man and Iron Fist Epic Collection.
Hell yes.
Killbringer.
That stuff is good.
Punisher trade paperback volume 3, Street by Street, block by block. He teams up with some old friends, some more awesome street level characters.
Yeah, like my boy Night Thrasher.
Like Black Widow, who's a super spy and doesn't belong, I think, on the streets.
Night
But, yeah.
Thrasher. I got that
Yeah.
big warmer Marvel legend. What am I supposed to do with it?
You're supposed to put him up because he's a bad dude.
He is?
He's the leader of the New Warriors. Fool, where have you been, man?
Oh, New Warriors. Okay.
Not the crappy Zeb Wells run or the Civil War New Warriors. I'm talking real New Warriors from Fabian Iciesa.
Okay, New Warriors. That explains it all.
All right, and then the one this is what I'm going to end up having to grab. Silver Surfer Epic Collection, Wind Calls Galactus. This is a new printing of that.
I thought you had the. Don't you have the omnibus? Is this stuff collected in the Omni?
No. This is the Fantastic Four stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I guess I was mistaken.
Yeah, they've never. The only time that those Silver Surfer that's in that Omni, the Stan Lee, John Buscema, like the Seminole run or
Gotcha.
the first Seminole run, it's only been in that omnibus, and I guess like Marvel Masterworks, but those are gross.
So these are 3 number 1s in 1 week.
Yep,
Wow.
and all reprint that you can only find. In
These were
comic
going
books
for
right
shit crazy prices.
now. Yep.
No, wait. What? This is stuff that's not in the Silver Surfer omnibus.
But it's stuff in the Fantastic Four omnibus, except for that Tales to Astonish.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, if you're a completist of the Epic Collections, this is amazing. I don't know.
Or if you're just a Silver Surfer fan.
Or
Yeah.
if you're a Silver Surfer fan,
Or if you like double dipping, you know.
And who doesn't like double dipping? And more Star Wars garbage with Star Wars Age of Resistance villains, Star Wars Volume 12 Rebels and Rogue. I have disdain for Star Wars the way I used to have disdain for manga.
I hope one of those is 50% off. So Jess is like, oh yeah, that one's 50% off. Gabe, thanks. Dude, that the Age of Resistance stuff is written by Tom Taylor. I thought that was pretty good. I know a lot of people are, don't like it, and I don't really care for The Last Jedi, like, at all. But the books were pretty fun. I
like The Mandalorian.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, and then Boom has Empty Man, trade paperback, Manifestation, Grass Kings Volume 2, and Lumberjanes. Original graphic novel Volume 2. I love Lumberjanes. At least the first. I have the first hardcover.
Nice.
It's fun stuff. All right, and then down here, Jess.
Yeah.
Is
right.
look, you got more Beastars.
All right, get ready, folks. 30 minutes.
All right. All right, Jess, you can go make a sandwich. Everybody else in chat, you can go walk your dog, or go watch an episode of Gargoyles. We'll be here for a minute.
Oh my god!
Everybody needs to get Beastars Volume 3 because it comes out this week and it's great.
I'll be right back.
What?
What?
You're the one that's controlling the. We're stuck on manga.
Oh boy, is this a deliberate?
This is hell.
Down there, I see Big Country, Blade Runner 2019. We're living in the future, folks. We are living in the future, by the way.
Have you read that series?
No, but I like Blade Runner.
Yeah, because.
I see a Bloodshot Salvation down there. Maybe. Is there any way that we can control this?
Unless we can hack Gabe's computer and remotely access.
I'm trying, but it's not working.
Are you using the Force? Are you hitting the F7 key or F4, whatever I told you to hit?
There is no F7 key.
There's no F on my board.
You damn.
All right,
fool.
I'm back. Did you miss me?
Yeah.
Of course.
We talked about most of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Blank Canvas is supposed to be good. Children of the Whales is supposed to be great.
It looks really good. I'm curious about
that
it.
cover looks nice.
I think it has an anime movie coming out or something. It looks gorgeous.
Volume 13? God, I'm so behind on it. Can they just make omnis of these things to make me buy them? God, it'd be so easier to catch up.
Only on Steam.
Oh, Fairy Tale. I hear good things about Fairy Tale.
Battle Shonen. Standard.
I've seen.
It's the studio mate of Ona, the guy that did One Piece. So their art styles are very, very similar.
I hear it's better than Dragon Ball Z.
You can go to hell. And so can
Don't
the
be mad at
person that
me.
said that.
Don't be mad at me.
That is
There's
debatable.
Very few things in this life that are better than Dragon Ball Z. Yes, it's trash, but it's my trash, damn it.
I love Dragon Ball Z.
This is nothing but manga. Oh, there's a new Goon Omnibus by
Eric Powell.
Crap. Volume 2.
A bunch of old crap.
I love it.
Oh, they have Satan Sodomy Baby in there.
Yeah, they're going to include it.
Are they really?
They're not. They didn't include it in the library editions. So that was one of the things he said is when he does his own self-published stuff, is that he was going to include that.
Oh, Satan Sodomy Baby is so funny.
So fucked
One
up.
and 2.
What's that, Jess?
1 and 2. Satan Sodomy Baby.
Yeah, they're great. Invader Zim Volume 8. I'll call that out. That's still a good series. I'm going to get the rest of the hardcovers.
Yeah.
Lady Death is trash.
I haven't read Lady Death since Brian Pulido was writing it.
And Steve Hughes is doing the art.
Wasn't it?
Kakegurui.
What is this?
Sorry.
What do you say?
Kakegurui. It's coming out.
Oh, cool.
That's a gambling manga.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Go down to the Moon. Is that Moomin Deluxe
Yeah.
Chance and Slipcase? Is that everything collected in here?
I don't even know
Yes.
what this is.
Jess, do you have this?
What is
No.
this?
Oh, I love this stuff. It was a comic strip, right? It's a
I've never
was
heard
it
of it.
British? I think. Yeah. I owned like a few of the trades, the floppy collections, but this is the hardcover. There's been a complete collection released, and I'm thinking that this might be a reprint of it. Surprised Jess doesn't own it.
I don't know.
That is that a horse? Is that a horse?
Maybe.
Well, that horse has Jess's face when we talk about manga. That's how he looks at us when we talk about manga.
Don't worry, Jesse's gonna get on the manga train.
No, I
he's
am
gonna
not.
He's gonna read his monster wrestling. Look at this thing.
Taylor Brown said exactly what I'm thinking. Why
Because you
am I
love us.
here?
Jess, why aren't you buying this? Look at this cover.
This is ridiculous.
That is amazing.
And I'm out of manga now. That was fun while it lasted.
Dude, that is you don't even care what the inside. Oh wait, I thought it was a motorcycle. That's a
That's a
Okay.
that's a squid woman, not a
What the
motorcycle.
heck's going on in that cover?
What is that? Squid Woman?
You got squid women. You got big booby cat woman here, and schoolgirl vampire chick here.
I think
No.
it's time we played real manga, fake manga.
That'd be fun.
I don't know what this is, but the cover's not final, so it had to get approved.
Thank goodness.
It looks fine to me.
I'm in.
I could have sworn Omar was older than 14. Have you met me?
Yeah, seriously. Well, we have another new viewer in the chat today. Welcome to OmniBros.
Levius.
I am 41, but I act like I'm still 13 years old. You can ask my wife.
Justice 70 acts like he's 14 sometimes.
Most of the time.
Keeps us young. Fist bump.
Right. All of it.
Virtual fist bump. Well, whatever.
All right, and then after that we have No Guns. That looks like
No
a cool
Life.
book.
The dude
Yeah,
has a
that's like-
gun on his head.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yep. Okay.
Anything else?
Oh, I am getting
No.
Ran and the Grey World. Ran and Grey World. Sorry.
That looks really cool.
Anything.
Is that Kelly Thompson's Sabrina down there?
Yeah, it is.
This
I
is
haven't-
the
I haven't
manga
read her-
we're looking for.
I haven't heard much about it. Have you read that? I like Kelly Thompson.
I like Kelly
most of her stuff.
Thompson.
That cover's really cute.
I have not read this.
I hope it's better than the Afterlife nonsense.
But that was
The-
terrible.
The Roberto, whatever his name is.
Yep. It's funny that he sucked on that book, and yet he was one of the writers for the TV show, for the Netflix
Well,
show.
it's based on the book, right? Because he was a
Yeah.
wasn't he a playwright or something? I know he did some stuff for Marvel. The first thing I ever saw him on was a Steve McNiven book. That's the first time I ever saw Steve
Was it
McNiven.
Marvel? Was it
Marvel Knights
4?
Yeah. That's the first time I ever saw Steve
That
McNiven's
stuff's
art.
great.
And that dude,
Aguirre Sakara.
that's his name. Thank you, Freddy Alonso. I knew somebody knew.
We can go over what's 50% off
Yes.
to keep most of the people interested, since we're losing people now. Absolute
boy.
Frontier is 50% off,
Nice.
which is good. Let's see. Doom Patrol, the Bronze Age Omnibus, 50% off.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got Journey, Star Wars, Rise, Skywalker, Allegiance, Trade Paperback, Volume 1. Whatever all that is. That's 50% off. The first
mouthful.
cover. There's an awful lot of covers. And the new Teen Titans Omnibus Volume 4 is 50% off.
Yes.
And Postal Deliverance Trade Paperback Volume 1, which I am looking forward to, that is also 50% off.
And that's a
Nice.
follow-up to the Postal series that you're a big fan of.
Correct. Correctamundo.
Cool. Well, I'll be getting some stuff this week then.
Before we leave, Omar, there was a question for the two of us, and I think you can answer it. Somebody asked if we played Atelier Riza, the video game for Switch. Have you played that?
Nope. I haven't played any of those since the PlayStation 3 days. That series, that Atelier series. Here's a good question
From Gotham.
Yeah, we actually interviewed.
We interviewed Cameron early on, like one of our first interviews, and he decides the night before on his own with his algorithm what he can and what he can't put up for 50%. So it's his decision. Cameron's the owner of IST, and he decides on his own what he can and can't afford to put up at 50% off. Was that? Am I recollecting that right?
You're absolutely right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Floaty Floatwood. Why is the Snyder Omni on in-stock trades? Is it out of stock? I'm sure. Maybe they were like, oh shit, we fucked up the binding. Jimmy! Hey, Jimmy! I haven't seen him in forever.
Oh,
Jimmy Owens.
Hey,
Good
buddy.
to see you, dude.
chat
Really good
veteran.
to see you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
to see Jimmy back. Is that Batman Omnibus out? Wow.
I have no idea. No idea. Jimmy Owens is in the house
Big Guild
indeed.
is releasing.
Yep.
I guess so. It's not even on the top sellers list, and I know it should be on the top sellers list at least.
This would be a good time for me to talk about, as we were just talking about, InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off.
And manga.
Discounts add 2% to that.
Mm-hmm.
Every quarter there's an Omnibros discount code. In the United States and make an order worth $50 or more, you get free shipping, fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
They got that Omar and Gio. They have that Dragon Ball visual history book up. I didn't know that was out.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I've got
Yeah.
the art of Dragon Ball. Like it was a 7-volume set.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about getting that one.
What DVD or what home video version of Dragon Ball Z do you guys have?
The
Starting with you, Jess.
Can you name one character in Dragon Ball, Jess? One character.
One
Yeah.
character?
Mhm.
Vegeta.
Vegeta. I'll take it.
Close.
I'll take it. Sure.
Vegeta's
I'll put-
one of my favorite characters, actually.
I have butchered so many names on this freaking show. So
Vegeta?
Vegeta. There's my man.
Is it Vegeta?
Yeah.
Vegeta.
Oh.
I'm proud of you, man.
Nice.
There's some good questions in the chat.
Jimmy, don't listen to him. I don't like manga now. Manja. I can't even say it.
You boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Manja. There was a good question. Where is it? What is everyone's most wanted epic line? I had this topic with Curtis the other day when we were talking.
We gotta get Curtis on the show. I mean, I'd love
Nice.
his podcast.
Nice
Shout
guy.
out to Epic Marvel Podcast. Check that out.
Nice guy, well knowledgeable. For him, we were talking about Gen X, like getting the short end of the stick on like a lot of collected editions.
Right now, it's like 25th.
It's the 25th
anniversary?
anniversary.
And not
yeah.
even a blip that they even like are acknowledging it.
So
Marvel Comics.
I was thinking maybe Alpha Flight or Gen X. What about you guys? If Marvel were to do one epic line that hasn't been collected yet, Jess's face. I'm sorry.
Wow.
So I got reincarnated as a slime. Is that your answer, Jess?
Yeah.
This is pretty lame for me, but I think an epic collection of Inhumans work could be pretty cool, like the 80s and 90s stuff.
There we go. There you go. What about you, Gabe?
Thunderbolts. Give me Thunderbolts collected in anything nice
Okay,
and complete.
let's go straight up Omni, bro. Let's go straight up Omni.
I'd be down for that, but I I don't want them to do like, well, it's not DC. I don't have to worry about them doing like a 1,200-page omnibus or something.
They're gonna
That's
cancel it.
unreadable. Yeah, or like some omnibus-sized absolute slipcase nonsense of it.
I
But
gotta laugh
Thunderbolts
about
is,
it.
Thunderbolts is just so under
one,
talked
Sean.
about, man. So under talked about. Besides that, a lot of the Peter David stuff. Peter David, Captain Marvel would be great, I think, in an epic collection because you don't really need
That's a
extra big
series
art
that
for
has
that.
never had any kind of collected editions.
Yeah.
Jess, are you still thinking about your epic, buddy?
Yeah, Darkhawk.
My man. I know. You brought it all back, man. Now we cool again. Now we're cool again. Michael Lombardo in another reality. Me too, buddy. Micronauts and Rom. Oh, Fantastic Four novels. I love you, New Warriors. Yes. Oh, man. So much good stuff. Omar, can you ask David at Marvel for him? Dude, I've been asking David every time I talk to him for New Warriors Omnibus Volume 2. Actually, we had a really good talk last week. So I think come September, there's a lot of things we talked about of next year. Like, I think there's going to be some really good Omnis coming out next year.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. It's late. I'm gonna.
Oh
check out.
yeah, man. Be good.
Have a good night, everybody. Peace.
Maverick,
Peace and love.
Hulk, Jimmy, Hulk, buddy. We got a Peter David Hulk omnibus coming out, Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
A Maverick omnibus. I'd be all over that. Spectacular Spider-Man. They just have 3 masterworks, so I'm hoping that they'll announce either an epic or some kind of omnibus format of that. Namor, Black Knight. Omar and Geo, do you guys order manga from Right Stuff? I have before. When they usually have like bundle sales during Black Friday, or what is it that they have, like 12 Days of Christmas every year?
Yep. Yeah, they do they do 2 big sales. One is Golden Week in the summer, and the 12 Days of Christmas Black Friday thing. So yeah. I usually get manga from In Stock Trades, but there's a few titles or companies that don't do business. I guess they're not available at IST, so I get them at Right Stuff.
I think it all depends on like the percentage and things like that, and they get them earlier at Right Stuff too.
Yeah, like sometimes like 2 weeks earlier than the release date.
I had to give up on Evangelion.
What?
Evangelion? You tried that?
Where did you give up?
Like about halfway through.
Oh man.
You didn't even get to the fuck your brain part? Like the ending? It's so weird, man.
I don't know, man. I just couldn't do it. I was just getting bored.
Oh wow. That's
it's okay. You're the first person that I've known that has stopped watching it. Like seriously, most people that have never watched it. I watched it when it first came out, so I didn't think it would be that big of a thing. And it was huge back then because there wasn't anything like that for people.
Another shot.
All the religious symbolism and just the almost like David Lynch storytelling, like especially towards the end. Yeah, man. Yep. I'm not telling you to finish watching. Don't waste your time, man. If you're not digging it, it's not for you.
Well, I'm watching Batman the animated series now, and I'm kind of digging it.
You've never seen that?
No.
Oh, it's good, man.
Yeah, I'm really digging it right now.
Still, like Frank Miller wrote one episode. Of course, the Paul Dini stuff. It's all great. All great. I got to bounce off too. But before we go,
I've seen Castlevania and I have seen Cowboy Bebop. That was the first one I ever saw. I loved them both.
All right. I've got to go as well.
Okay, everybody's got to go. So where can we find you? A Week in Geekdom.
You can find me on my channel, A Week in Geekdom, talking about weeb culture, comics, manga, and all that other stuff. Yeah, just check out A Week in Geekdom if you can.
And the Uncanny Omar. What's going on with you? Like
I haven't done this in a while. Look at that graphics.
Ooh.
That's that CG graphics. You can find me on my channel, Near Mint Condition. Tomorrow is Old Reader, New Reader, where I am rereading Avengers Assemble, and Maddie is reading it for the first time. So
Awesome.
That's it for me. Jess, where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube on Omnidog's Vault and on Instagram, Omnidogs_Vault, where I've been putting up a number of extremely nerdy action figure poses. Action figures on flight stands, and I've been very nerdy, very geeky. Yes, very geeky. So, on behalf of the OmniBros, and thank you to our wonderful sponsor, In Stock Trades. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to our viewers. And if you could hit the like button, feel free to leave a comment. We always respond. And please feel free to subscribe. And as always, peace and love. Peace and love.
Good night, everybody.
Mm.